What's up, you cool cats and kittens? Welcome back to the COVID Journal podcast with Christopher Hudson. Today I'm here with Javi.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
beautiful beginning.
yeah, I know, right? I have the opportunity, so
You took
this
it.
is gonna be extremely outdated in like 2 weeks, but whatever. Um, so yeah, welcome back to COVID Journals with Christopher Hudson. Today we are going to be talking about COVID with Javi. So let's
I'm
start it
crazy.
off. Yeah, let's start it off with pretty simple question that I'm pretty sure is going to be the opening question for every uh, person on this podcast. How is COVID affecting you so far?
I guess like not as bad as other people. Like I don't have a problem staying home, so
Yeah, but
like I
like,
can talk to people.
yeah, I know, but I mean, like, you obviously, I mean, for me especially, like, my whole thing has just been like, I feel like okay, I said in the last episode, I have not been out of my neighborhood in like, I don't know, a month at this point since the last recording. I like, it's ridiculous, and like, I haven't gotten as much social interaction as I usually do, and it's starting to
Yeah.
make me a little sad, just a tiny bit sad. I mean, you obviously, I mean, you're a sociable person, so that's why I was like,
Yeah, I'm a social boy.
yeah, that's why I was interested in seeing like what you
The
like,
differences.
how did it affect you? Like, did it really change anything or what?
Like I'd say I have more people texting me now. Like just like more usually. So
Mm-hmm.
like the frequent like people actually like texting me or like saying something is more common now than when we had school, which I guess is kind of normal because like we can't see each other anymore.
Right, right. And
But
it's,
like now it's like I have 8 people texting me all at once.
oh my god, and it's not like, don't get me wrong, I love the people when I love talking to people, but like, texting is so lame to me. I hate it because it feels like so much more work than just like sitting there and talking to someone. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? But at the same time, you can make a conversation go on for so long over text, so it kind of like fills out the time. Because I bet you'd run out of stuff to talk about faster if you went like over Discord or like over like a
just
phone,
like a
like
call.
talking.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you'd run out of stuff a lot faster than if you were texting. So that's like kind of a pro of texting. But at the same time, I hate it because I don't know. I don't know. There's just something eerie about it, like something that really sets me off.
like the way I've seen it described is that like texting is more or less personal, and then like calling someone is more like form a better connection with someone. You just call them because like then you're like actually having a connection with them.
Yeah, but it's
I can do
crazy.
this anywhere or like anytime.
Yeah, and it's crazy that you said that like it's like the texting. You said like the texting is less personal, but it's crazy because
Yeah,
the most personal stuff gets said over text, and that is insane to me.
that's true.
That's insane to
But I
me.
think that only happens because
It's
you don't have to worry
easy.
about like hearing what the other person has to say exactly. Like when
Yeah,
like you call someone and tell them something, the other person sometimes doesn't know what to say, so they just start talking, and then it
yeah,
gets like really tough if the person is going to judge you or like be there for you. But if it's like a text, the person can take as much time as they want and be like, okay,
yeah. It's kind of like a de-stress thing. Like it's less stressful for someone because you don't have to deal with like them in the heat of the moment. It's kind of the thing
that's true.
where
Yeah,
you can kind of like take it in and stuff. But besides texting, we're talking like socialization in general. Like, have you seen a slowdown in it, or have you been finding like other alternatives and stuff? Because for me, I've seen a
like
definite slowdown in interaction for sure.
I would say there's like a definite slowdown in like a generalization of interaction, just on the fact that like we can't go outside, we can't really leave our houses.
Yeah.
But t- there's no change because a lot of us are still used to just like not being able to see each other on weekends and just seeing each other in school. So a lot of us are really used to like this idea of just like calling our friends or texting them. So there's no change there. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe like when you'd have people like going out to places and just like doing stuff like that, yeah, there's like a
Yeah.
definite slowdown quiet now.
I mean, it's like it's easy to say that it's really not that much of a change, but like at the same time, like it went from like 30% texting or 50% texting, like for the extremists, to like 100% online
Mm-hmm.
interaction. And like this is like the war that people have been fighting forever, the boomers and the zoomers, right? This is the war
Zoomer
that they've
war.
been fighting forever. So the zoomers this is where the zoomers get their chance to shine. This is where the zoomers are like,
Yeah.
talking over online is an amazing feature. It's great. The world needs more of it. I don't see a problem if we went 100% digital, right? But then
Yeah.
and you know the boomers case. The boomers case is we need physical interaction.
5G will kill
Right.
you. That's
Exactly.
the boomer case right now. 5G is gonna kill you.
No, but like that's the thing. But now we get to see who's right,
Both
who's
sides of the
wrong.
story. It's like we have like a real life example of it, and I
Exactly.
feel that you can't just have one. Like you
Right.
need a definite
It
two,
there
because
needs
like
a
tech
mix.
makes
There needs
everything
to be
so
a
much
mix.
easier. Yeah.
You can't really sit on either side of an extreme. They're called extremes for a reason.
Yeah.
Like you have to. I feel like there's a balance for everything, and that comes with
Yeah.
especially with like interaction. I've been missing my friends like sorely, like very
For
badly.
sure. It's because it's like you can have fun calling someone or like texting someone,
Yeah,
because you can like, and like that becomes funny, but like there's nothing more genuine than like being in class with your friends and having like a moment of like laughter or hysteria that you can't get over.
yeah, and
Like something
that's
says something
yeah,
like dumb and then it keeps snowballing.
yeah. It just like I feel like I got robbed of it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
speaking of that, school. Uh, so it's been a week since the last, and school has changed a little bit for me since the last episode. It's become even more stressful than not online school because I feel like there's so many more opportunities to miss deadlines, and there's so many opportunities that you even if like, and I know like me missing a deadline would be my fault, but at the same time like you
Yeah.
have to find that balance between like people cheating, like not like being like making an assignment not like easy to cheat on, but also like being fair to the students. And I feel like the balance right now works, but it's not the best because like especially with these like tests where you can only take them for an hour and at like a specific set time.
Yeah. Well, like that's like it simulates a class time. So
No, but it doesn't
in that
because it's at
regard,
like it's from like what
simulate it doesn't simulate like
6 to
the time it
7:30.
takes in a class, but like it simulates like a kind of like a normal testing period, because like at least with that math test we took yesterday, it was only what, it was only 45 minutes you had, or like
Yeah.
50 minutes you had to finish it, which was like it would be a normal class period.
No,
The
yeah,
only
that's
difference
normal.
is we have to take it 6:37, and I think they're only doing that because like a lot of people don't really like waking up early,
Yeah.
so it gives people sit down and like actually finish the work.
It's not the time limits that bother me. It's not like I have no problem getting up at 7 or 6 o'clock to take a test. You know what I mean? The problem is like that
Yeah.
the opening, right? So like you have to take it at 6. I'm just saying. What if your
Yeah.
family? I'm saying there's a lot of room for error, right? And I guess I don't know, and that's where it's tough because it's finding that because as a teacher, I would feel super disrespected if like every single one of my students came up to me and said, gave me an excuse about all this
Something
like
going
online
on.
stuff, exactly all the online stuff,
My grandma caught COVID. My bad.
yeah, stuff like that, and I wasn't able to turn this in, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, but I feel like teachers also have to find that other side too, like what is so bad about like giving a student a pass, you know what I mean? As long as it's not like all the time, I don't see the problem with like giving a student a pass like that. And
No, like I've definitely had situations like that where like if you're like a good student overall, or like the teacher sees that like you're actually putting in the effort, they'll like usually be a little more lenient and
Hmm.
give you that opportunity. But as long as it doesn't become like a reoccurring thing, they won't be like you're abusing the power.
Yeah, but the problem is
They'll
with
just be like, okay, it was one time thing.
online school, it's become a lot more strict on the like the deadlines and stuff. Like I feel
Yeah,
like I had like it. I mean, yeah, we had a lot more work to do while we were in school, but
really, I feel like I had more work now, like
no, yeah,
outside.
no, it feels. I'm saying it feels like a lot more work now because it's all due at one time, right? And like they're not lenient with it. Everything is like a grade. But that's another thing. That's a plus. No one is busy, so we're gonna get a lot of grades, and
Yeah.
that's really good. The problem with and I experienced the problems with the tests. Let's go back to the tests. Same math test, right? Um, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I had answered all the questions. I think the problem was that I missed. I think you guys were right. I think I did misclick.
Yeah, that's why I never tried taking quizzes on my phone because I really don't trust
Yeah, I think the
the
phone.
the sensor.
Yeah, I think the phone was. I think I missed a couple questions because I don't know. Whatever. Skipping past that point. Um, besides school, has there really been anything that, especially, is there anything that has been like affecting your parents?
Oh yeah, like they don't work anymore. I guess that puts stress on them.
Yeah, I know,
The
and
fact
that's a big
making
deal.
money is like the biggest part of their lives probably,
Yeah.
and the fact that like you need money to survive.
Yeah.
But besides that, like I guess it's a little more comforting that we all get to stay home together and like we're
No,
just all
it's
here together. But there's still like a definite like underlying stressful environment of the fact that like is there going to be enough money for everything?
yeah, it's like playing in the dark playground almost. It's like
Yeah.
I use that analogy a lot, but it's really it's a true statement. I mean, like it feels good in the moment, but like at the same time, like in the back of your head, like, oh my god, my parents are your parents unemployed? Is that
No, well, like technically not unemployed. Like they're just like off work.
oh yeah,
In that
like
situation, would be like we're not like firing you, we're not laying you off. You guys just can't come into work because of this.
right, and that's kind of the thing. I got lucky. My parents got lucky because my dad is an essential worker, and my mom is working from home.
Mm.
So we got lucky, or my family got lucky in that sense. But I know that there's so many people, especially in this week, this new week that we brought upon ourselves. Right, it's crazy the amount of like unemployment skyrocketed. It
Yeah,
skyrocketed.
almost like what 30%.
Yeah, it was insane.
They recorded it,
And
but that's even like that whole like the bill they passed with like the relief fund
yeah,
for the actual relief fund to get sent out.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, like, and that still hasn't come in. The check, the relief fund or whatever the
The
fuck.
first wave was sent out yesterday.
It just got sent out, and it's crazy because people were sitting there at the bank like waiting to cash in their checks, and
Yeah.
like they were literally getting put like on like bots like immediately. I call the bank and they get put on a bot that says too many people are calling right now.
Yeah, like
We're too late.
everything.
What do you do
And like
about
to
that?
sign up for it, you can't. That's the problem. Like everyone, all the manpower everywhere is cut down by half because banks don't count as essential workers. And like you can basically have a bot do everything for you, except it's not going to be as smooth as like an actual person.
Yeah.
Banks are still open just because of the fact that like they are essential. Like if you need to get something done that like has to do with your money, you need a person at a bank being able
Mm-hmm.
to like guide you through that process.
Yeah,
But at the
and
same time, it's already like shut down half of their people. Like it's like we can't have this much people here. Like we can have a couple workers, but we can't have the whole staff because that's a risk.
yeah, and that's it's becoming a problem for everything and the whole money thing. There's a corporate side, and then there's the I guess the human side of it. I don't want to make it seem like that, but like it really is like that at
Well,
this
it's not like
point.
the human side. It's like the. I guess the best way to describe it is the human side. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like side.
It's the I don't know, like the protective side, and then you got the
Yeah.
where people they need to go back to work because they need money to support their family and keep their houses. But at the same time, if we go back to work, then
We all get
more
sick.
disease. Yeah, then there's going to be people that are going to be dying. It's like spinning a roulette, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
and that's not good either. So where do you like what do you do about that? And it's going to get to the point, right, where there's going to be nothing more to talk about for COVID.
Well,
And
for sure. But like right now in the news, it's like everywhere. Like every time I turn on the news right now, it's just COVID, COVID, COVID.
yeah, because they have nothing else to report about. Nothing is happening. Everyone's at home.
But you had those celebrities singing Imagine.
Yeah, great. I'm so glad I had that. We really needed that.
We really did. There's literally nothing better. Nothing raises my spirits more than when 8 celebrities start singing a random song from like the 70s.
Oh my god, it was so stupid. Who was? Oh my god, which celebrities did it? Oh my.
Like
Fuck.
Gal Gadot was in it.
Yeah.
John
Wasn't-
Mayer was supposed to be in it, but he ended up singing the wrong song.
That's funny.
Um,
Wasn't Jamie Foxx in it, or am I?
yeah, I think Jamie Foxx was in it. It's just a bunch of celebrities, and then like Zach Fox, Thundercat, and Eric Andre did their own version, but it was like
Yeah.
Slava My Knob, so it was way better.
Yeah, well, that's Eric Andre for you. And speaking of the celebrities, there's like, have you been seeing the I can't think of it now. It's
What,
oh
like
my
the
god,
whole
what
We're on the same boat thing.
no, it's the celebrities that are like
I hate
joking
that.
about COVID. Oh my god,
no,
what was
no, I haven't seen any like COVID. Like at least people like joking about it.
no, someone said that they had COVID or like someone they knew had COVID and they were like joking around about it or something. I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
I
I
think
saw
I saw
someone.
something on Twitter about like some like Korean K-pop
That's
star.
yeah,
with
that's what I
COVID.
was that's what I was talking
Yeah,
about. That
and they were
guy.
like April Fools, guys, and then
Yeah.
everyone got angry. 'cause
Everyone
it's
went
a
off.
really sensitive topic.
Yeah, and that's Twitter. I mean, it is Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter goes off at anything, and it was a not in good spirit joke. I don't think either. It really wasn't in good spirits at all.
Yeah. I don't
And-
think you can really joke about COVID until like it's gone. Like maybe in a year or two when like it's fully kind of just like blown over. Then you can make a joke and be like,
Yeah,
well,
I don't know, but like, especially in this time, right? How's the food situation for you guys? You guys are doing good on food, right?
we have a lot. Yeah, like we go out like every I don't know like week or so and like kind of just make a list and see like do we need to buy food right now
Yeah.
and like we just work it out. Like, we have a lot of food in the house.
I know me personally, we go through like ups and downs. It still feels the same, almost the same as
It
when
feels
we
the
were
same. But
in.
it's like weirdly like a survival movie where it's like
Yeah.
if we go out, are we like what we're looking for? Like, is this left?
Like in good conscience, I know
Like-
that like I shouldn't take a lot, but in like my like in the I want to have
The
food.
conscious of like yeah. The problem is like with everyone panic buying and like that being such a big thing. It's like if I don't buy it, there might be someone else who's gonna buy way more of this. So in the end, no one else is gonna get it. So I might as well just buy it.
Right. And
So
that's the
Panic
problem.
buying water.
Panic buying
like, come on.
is sucky. If you are panic buying, don't do it. Buy what you need. Stop buying the toilet paper. You don't need to wipe your ass that many times. Give it to someone else, please.
Yeah, like come on, like one bag per person, please. Like
Yeah,
we don't
something
need
like
this.
that. And the people that are taking the food with the tag, what are they called? It's the tags for the people that like they're on food plans. It's not really like food
Oh,
stamps.
the food stamps?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like food-
EBT. They're taking like the EBT stuff.
Yeah, and it's annoying because there's
Yeah.
plenty of other stuff there that you can take with because you have money. There's some people that can't really afford to take anything else. They literally
I don't think
cannot.
I don't think most people are educated on the fact that like there's certain foods that are EBT and
Mm-hmm.
some that are not. So just pay a little more attention. Buy the
Yeah.
non-EBT stuff so other people have food left over.
Mm. This has put me in a sort of mood. Do you have any tips? Do you have any tips for people that are in COVID right now? Any like big things that you've seen? Any recommendations? You know.
Um, if you're gonna buy food, buy rice. You can buy like a good big bag of that and have like at least a month's supply. Like rice is it's nutritious, gives you energy, and
Yeah,
you can buy good price.
that's how food
So
works.
yeah, I know that's a food related show, but rice is such a it's versatile, and like please stop buying the eggs. Like I eat eggs a lot, and it's kind of annoying. Like you gotta want no eggs left. So like that's another tip. Just buy one carton. You don't need two.
Stop buying all the eggs. I'm
Like,
hungry. That's your
hey, look,
tip. Stop.
here we go through like a carton of eggs in like a week.
Yeah.
So like just buying eggs. So
Mm.
like please stop panic buying the eggs.
Is it is it weird that Florida has such a high count and I've not seen or met or talked with
Anyone
anyone that or even heard of anyone that I know with COVID? Have you noticed that
um
too?
yeah, but like it's like Broward is huge. That's the thing.
I know Broward is huge, but like it's not even it's half of Palm Beach. And Palm Beach
Yeah.
has less cases than us, and somehow I still don't know of a case in Broward County. What I mean, how many people right now are infected in Broward County? What is it like?
Broward,
Is it like 1,000? Is it 1,000 yet?
oh yeah, 1,400 or something.
Jeez. I mean, 1,400
Which
people in one county. That I mean, I should know at least one of those people.
but you have to think about the fact that like if they're documented like that, if they're a person in that count, that means they're already in a hospital.
Well, they don't have to be in a hospital. They just have
Well,
to be
right. But like
diagnosed.
they would exactly, but the diagnosis would have to go through somewhere that would have told them as well. Because like if they're diagnosed with COVID, that means a hospital or like another place like that would have to like tally that, and then they put that into like the counts. So
Yeah.
it's not like a person can be like, I have it. It's like the hospitals have to tell someone that they tell someone, and then like they start counting them. So like
Yeah, I
usually I think
mean,
most people are already in hospitals.
that case, even if you're making that case, I still think that in that scenario there would be even more people with COVID that I should have met already, because there could be a bunch of people with COVID. Honestly, I think there's more than, because I think that what happens is that it's like a week delay, where like
Yeah, there's a 14-day um period where you can be asymptomatic
yeah,
carrier
that
and
and the
like
fact that I think the
they-
results from the week before come in that
a week
week,
after
right? So
they
like
usually take a while.
we're getting the results from last week basically, and it's
Yeah.
scary seeing how high, like it's a spike. It's not even like a curve, it's a spike.
Yeah. But like
It's
it's like it's weirdly like good and bad because like the more people that get diagnosed with COVID, it's like there's a higher probability of like figuring something out that like that there's like a trend in it. Like
yeah.
maybe we can find something that like fights off the virus. Like I know on the news they were talking about last night where it's like they think it had something to do with the type of I don't know something in your blood, and like if you have that, there's a higher chance you have of beating COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of break down on that, and then like you had those people in France who tried the first vaccine.
Yeah,
So like
but
a lot of experimentation, and
well,
right now you have people like letting themselves be experimented on.
of course. I mean, I would definitely not let myself be experimented on, but that's just me. I mean, those people are brave people. Thank you to everyone out there that's
Thank you,
especially
for
especially the essential
putting your
workers.
life on the line.
Yeah, the essential workers. You
Oh yeah,
guys
for
are the
sure.
fucking
Essential
bomb.
workers are like great. They're actually working unlike everyone else, and they're getting their jobs done. Um,
Yeah, and it's not even like and they're forced to be out there. I mean, they are super
Oh
strong
yeah.
people. They're super strong people. They chose their profession and they're sticking to it, and I can appreciate that.
It's like the whole
Um,
like crazy thing with like college seniors who are like went up for like a degree in like medic like a medical degree where like now they're being pushed into the field like without testing or anything.
yeah, that's terrifying. um, I do have one last question, or not one last question, but one last topic, I guess. Going back to the school scenario, I I want to talk about how it personally affected our school. I'm not gonna name our school because our school is, not your business.
Yes.
But our school specifically, we both go to the same school. Um, what, how is like this affecting your experience? Like, how do you think our school is handling this? Not specifically the other schools, but our school, because our school is definitely handling it differently than
Not that
everyone
bad.
else.
I don't.
What?
We both just stopped.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but okay, continue. Continue, my man.
Well, Percy, I don't think they've been handling it that bad. Like we're getting our work. Um, like there's really no change for me. Like school spirit was never a big thing for me. So it's like I just get my work done and then I go do whatever I want. So
I don't think school
it like
spirit really
necessarily-
exists at our school.
like I don't think it's that bad because it's like they're giving us our work. They're giving us our grades. So like nothing really wrong there. And like I think that's like basically all school has to be.
Yeah, I think that, but at the same time, like, I feel like, honestly, if we had like classes every day with like classwork and stuff like online, I feel like that would work a lot better. I'd be
You
on a
mean,
better
like-
sleep schedule. I mean, yeah, it's
Like
nice
live
to have
meetings?
this leniency. Like, it's good to have the leniency of just being able to do whatever you want and doing the work, but I'm not learning shit. Like, I'm not learning anything.
Do you mean like having like live meetings with a teacher and like a Zoom meeting with like the teacher every day and being taught? Do you mean something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think that would work horribly because like I know personally I would not listen. I would leave
I
Zoom
know I
out
wouldn't.
on like my phone or something, and I would just be like doing something else because like it's like I'm at home. I don't want to be listening to like a teacher
I know I don't want to be
at
listening
like
to a teacher, but when I hear a teacher's
like
voice, I just can't, like,
grammar.
I'll just listen to what I have to listen to, but I'll be forced to be on there, so I'll be listening. You know what I mean? Like, videos,
like-
I don't even, like, I haven't even watched any of the videos.
I only watch them like right before I take a quiz or a test just to make sure like I'm actually understanding what I'm supposed to.
Oh,
But
I haven't
besides that,
understood a
I
single
don't-
thing. I haven't understood a single thing. I haven't gotten it at all. And that's terrifying to me because this is the most important part. I have 3 AP tests that I have to take.
And I have two, so like we're both in like the same boat
Yeah.
in a way. But the advantage is right, they're all graded on how everyone performs, and there's a high chance that everyone's gonna perform horribly. So we all
There's
get
also a
passing
high
grades.
chance that everyone's going to cheat and do amazingly. So,
It's
you know.
true, but like I
Uh,
think the AP people were already like, hey, we're gonna make these tests really hard, but you can use your books for it. So have fun.
That is terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying. Well, thank you, Javi, for being a guest on my COVID journal podcast thing or whatever this is. I'll give you a little time to promote whatever you want to promote if you have anything that you want to promote.
Um, use Twitter more, guys. I know a lot of people who don't use Twitter. Just use it. It's way more funny than like anything else. Like I said earlier,
I don't know. I think
stop
I
buying eggs and buy the rice.
buy the rice. Use some Twitter. Thank you, Javi, for being on the
Thank you,
podcast.
Joe.
Thank you all for watching. And remember, stay safe.